guys, and welcome back to this week's video of the 52-week project. I'm going to just put this out there and say that I'm a little bit all over the place with this project at the moment. I did finish the 52-week project, as you might have seen in my last video, but I'm still behind on the videos. So unfortunately I wasn't able to get the whole 52 videos out in 2018. So I will be releasing them mainly through this month and potentially a little bit of next month as well in February. So we'll see how that goes. I've got my fingers crossed that everything's going to go smoothly with it. I'm still getting through some of the editing as well, so I do apologise guys, these videos may be a little bit all over the place, and as you can see from the yellow background, I'm back in New South Wales, I'm back in my old room, so I am trying to do the best I can with filming at the moment. Anyway, let's get straight into the video. This video is going to be on a couple of beauty shoots that I did back in Melbourne recently in December. And as you guys might have known, I had about 16 photo shoots at the beginning of December that I still needed to do for the project. So this is partly the reason why the videos are a bit all over the place. There was so much to get done in that 1 month. But anyway, this video is going to be, like I said, on a couple of beauty shoots. And I did a shoot with Siobhan and Ellie on the same day. And I used my spare room in my apartment. And we just had a really small, I think we had a 1 light set up that day. It wasn't anything extravagant. We just used a reflector as well to bounce the light. But yeah, it was a very simple setup, and unfortunately I don't have a lot of behind the scenes from now on for you guys from the 52-week project, because at this time in December where I was doing so much shooting, a lot of the days Dan was at work and unfortunately he couldn't film for me, and it was just really difficult. I had so many girls on each day where I was shooting, and it was hard to get the makeup artist to film when she was usually doing someone else's makeup while I was shooting. So it was really hard to actually get a lot of behind the scenes in December, and I'm sorry that I didn't, although please be looking forward to this year because I will definitely be putting more behind the scenes in my videos and hopefully making it a little bit more interesting for you guys. So I am going to go straight into the photos this week and actually show you guys which photos I really liked best and which ones I didn't like as much. So this first photo is of Siobhan, and we just stuck to a really close-up kind of look with her throughout most of the shoot. It was definitely more of a beauty shoot for her. I think her features really work well for beauty in particular, and I really like this shot. I wouldn't say it's part of my top 5 because I do have so many others this week where I'm really happy with them, and I can definitely be putting them in my top 5 over this one. So I do like this, I like her look, but unfortunately not going to be in my top 5. This photo is really nice too, and I do like Siobhan's expression, that's why I chose to edit it. And I like it. It's just a little bit more of an agency shot. It's showing more of her features, and for the purpose of this being more of a beauty shot, it's not what I would choose to be in my top 5. This photo here is going to be in my top 5, and I really love how it turned out. We had a very natural makeup on Siobhan to start off with, and I really like how she's holding the flower and how beautiful her makeup looks in this shot, so I am going to have it in my top 5. This photo, once again, definitely more of an agency shot, probably not something I would put in my portfolio. I do like how it turned out, but definitely feel like there's better overall from this week. This photo is definitely one of my favourites for the week, and it's going in my top 5. I've been really struggling to get those shots in beauty where you can kind of shoot up the model's nose, and sometimes it can become really flattering and others not so much. And I feel like this week I finally mastered that shot with this, and that's why I was so happy with it. I think the makeup looks great. I just really love the angle of everything, and I think I did a pretty good job on the retouching too, so definitely going to be in my top 5. This photo is nice as well, and I do really like the makeup in this too. I wouldn't say that it's my favourite beauty shot from the week though. I just feel like I've got a few other favourites instead of this, but I think it's still really nice. This photo is also going to be in my top 5, and I really like that it's just the shot of the eye. I haven't done many of those types of shots before, and because I was using the macro lens, I have been hiring the 100mm from Canon, so I just wanted to really experiment with that, get a bit closer in again, and I feel like this shot turned out really well, so I was really happy with it. This photo is not going to be in my top 5, and I think it's mainly just the composition that puts me off. There's just a few things. There's a little bit too much extra space up in the top left corner, and the flower's kind of a little bit dead, and you can still see her fingernail in the bottom left corner, so there's just a few things about it that I don't love. I do still think the makeup looks amazing and her skin looks amazing though, but it's not going to be in my top 5. This photo is nice, once again, of Siobhan. I did get another one like this in the next photo here as well, and I like these shots. They're just not as close up as I would have liked them to be. I feel like they're the kind of best shots from this week, the ones that are closer up, because I was really enjoying experimenting with close-up macro beauty. So these ones aren't going to be my top 5 for this week. This photo is on the verge of being in my top 5. I do think I have a better shot than this from this particular look with the orange eyeliner. I do like the shot overall, but not going to be in my top 5. This shot is going to be in my top 5, and I really love the angle once again. I think Siobhan looks really strong in this shot, and I think the makeup looks really good, so definitely going in my top 5. This shot, once again, shows off all the makeup, shows off her skin and her features, but not going to be in my top 5. I really wanted to stick to beauty images this week for my top 5. This photo I really like, but I feel like the next photo shows off the makeup a little bit better, so that's why this one's not going to be in my top 5, although I do really like this shot. This photo is going to be in my top 5 for the week, and that would be my last photo in my top 5. And I think it does show the makeup off quite well, and that's why I would have it in there. I was just really super happy with all of the shots that I got this week that showed off the makeup well, because that's really one of the main points about beauty, and that's kind of the main objective, is to show off the makeup well and to make it look as best as possible. So for my top photo of the week, it would have to be this one here. I love this shot. I think it's one of the best close-up beauty shots I've ever taken, so definitely my number 1 for the week, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. Now we're going to be moving on to Ellie's shoot, which was the shoot that I did after Siobhan's. And we did stick to a few more simpler looks with Ellie, but then we kind of gradually got a little bit more colourful and a bit more crazy with her makeup looks. So we started off with a really natural look, and the first few photos here were some of my favourites actually from the shoot. So this shot is the first shot that I've got for the week, and I like it. I love Ellie's expression. I've got a couple of similar photos though that I think are better than this one. You guys might disagree. It's not my favourite for the week, but I still really love how it turned out. This is definitely going to be in my top 5 for the week, and I just love how Ellie's hair and makeup looks in this. She's just glowing, and I really like how simple a portrait it is, and sometimes I find it hard to just get a nice simple portrait. It can be the hardest thing to do sometimes, so I was really happy with how this one turned out overall. I actually really like this shot. I tried to do a few more with different expressions this week, and I think Ellie was really good at doing that too. I feel like I do have a better shot though with her smiling, and I think I'd put it in place of this shot. So it's not going to be my top 5, but I do think it's a cute photo. This photo is going to be my top 5, and I do feel like it shows the makeup off quite well in this shot, and that's why I like it. I think her hair looks really cool as well, and I like her expression as well. So really happy with how this lighting came out as well. Once again, we were just using a Octabox and then a reflector to help bounce the light back into Ellie's face. But we were kind of using it as an extra catch light as well, just to kind of give it a bit more shine in the eyes. So the next photo is actually going to be my top 5 as well, and once again I just really feel like the makeup showed off really beautifully in this shot, and I love Ellie's expression. It's, yeah, just one of my favourites for the week. And this is another shot that's going to be in my top 5, and I love that she's laughing in this shot because I don't have a lot of laughing shots in my portfolio. However, I do feel like this is a really good shot to put in there because it's a little bit more commercial, a little bit different to just the stock standard shots that I might usually take. So I do like that it's a bit different, and it will be in my top 5. This photo is a little bit more on the eye detail, the eye makeup, and I like it. It's not my favourite though. I did try quite a few macro shots with Ellie, and I don't know, I just feel like I was losing my touch a bit towards the end of the day, and I wasn't getting the shots that I wanted macro wise. So not my favourite shot, but I do like it and how it turned out. This is my final favourite shot for the week, and there's actually another look after this particular photo, and I like the look, but once again I think towards the end of the day I was getting very tired and I just wasn't at my best. But I do really love this shot. I think once again it shows off the makeup quite well. The next shot is of the last look for the day, and she does look like a mermaid in the shot, and I do love that. However, I just feel like the last 3 shots were just not my best, and I can openly admit that. The next shot is just of the eye makeup, which is kind of cute as well, and this is the last shot for the day. So I don't think they're my strongest 3 shots, and that's why they're not going to be in my top 5. But I was just so happy with how this entire day went, and the models that we had were just so amazing in front of the camera. And sometimes it's hard to find models who are good at posing with beauty because it's a lot more close in and they're a little bit more exposed in terms of how they pose. So I think they both did a really fantastic job, and the makeup artist Stella is just incredible with hair and makeup. So we were very lucky to have such good teams on the day, and yeah, I was just stoked with how all of these beauty images came out. I will be doing a lot more beauty this year. I'm getting really into it at the moment, and yeah, I love it so much. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do. And let me know what you would like to see on my channel. I have had quite a few suggestions so far for more beauty videos this year, which I'm definitely open to doing. I want to get these 52-week videos out of the way first, and then we will move on to some more interesting videos for this year, and hopefully some more informative and learning tutorials as well. I'd love to do more of those now that I will have a little bit more time not doing the 52-week project anymore. And I'm also excited to share with you guys when I will be starting my next project, which is more of a 12-month one, so one shoot per month, and that's going to be doing magazine submissions, so at least 12 this year. And I really hope it turns out well. We'll see how it goes, but I'd love to sort of document my journey along with that as well, so look out for those videos soon. Thanks again guys for watching, and I hope you all had a really lovely New Year's, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!